Coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Wine on Saturday, wine on Sunday. But Coach told me I can never miss a Monday.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show with Coach Mike. I'm your host, Rick Davis. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in the lovely city of Houston, feel free to reach out to me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this Monday evening, just like it is every Monday evening here in the 7 o'clock hour. And I want to thank everyone in our audience for tuning in. Just like I do every week, I invite everyone, please get involved in our show. Take your smartphone and record yourself asking Coach Mike a relevant real estate question. Submit it to our Monday Night Live call and text line at the number you see on the screen. And our super producer, Jay Joseph, may very well choose your question to be answered by Coach Mike on this evening's episode. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, just like I just mentioned. And I want to take some time now to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, he is also the co-founder of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. I want to thank him again for carving some time out of his busy schedule to sit in with us on Monday night. You know him as Coach Mike, but I would like to introduce Mr. Michael G. Davis.
What's going on, Prime Real Estate Rick, man? How you doing on
this
Monday?
It's a great day to be here, brother. Great to see you, man. I get so excited every Monday evening when we start the Monday Night Live show, brother. So thank you so much for taking some time out your schedule to sit here with me, man. What's been going on in the world with you, brother?
Hey, man, we've been staying super busy, man. I just printed out the May calendar for everything that we coming down the pipeline, man. It's gonna be bananas this month, man. We just last week. It started off last week, man. I mean, we went down to the county auction, man. Had a two-part type event on Tuesday and Wednesday. One of our foreclosure auction experts, Miss Erica May, gave a phenomenal present training when it came to the county auctions, the tax auctions. That was awesome. Then Thursday, we had a friend from Odati Real Estate took us to happy hour at Lost and Found, man. We learn about their program and everything that they had to offer. And we had our orientation last week. We had our study hall last week. So, man, it was just like crazy. And then we turned it right back over, man. Started with a new week with Monday Night Live, one of the mini shows and BND TV. Start the week off strong, man, and just keep it going, man. So we keep pushing.
No, I want to definitely give you your kudos, brother, because that field trip to the tax auction, that was so well received that I heard about it, even though I wasn't able to attend. What was it, Coach Mike? Who put that on your radar? What made you feel that it would be something that would be so worthwhile for you to organize a trip and show everyone the steps that it goes to as far as acquiring properties at the tax auction?
You know what, Rick? I can't take any credit for it, man. That's why it's good to have a strong team. It was the Brooks and Davis team with our super producer Jay Joseph and assistant company manager LaShavia Dean. Like between them two, they came up with the idea. They know the pulse of the agents and what they're looking for. So that thing popped up. All I really did was refer Erica May because I'd already known that she had went and she was very familiar with that process. So we brought it all together. Everybody agreed. And we actually took some great footage from the program. I think in our weekly recap, if they go to Instagram, they can see in our weekly recap some of the footage that we took. I think it's something that we're going to do on a monthly basis because it was so well received, Rick.
Absolutely.
From that program. So yeah, it wasn't even my idea.
Hey, man, well, hand clap once again, brother, man. That just goes to show that not only you as a leader, but everyone at the Brooks and Davis family is always looking for ways to bring a little bit more of that value added as far as education, mentorship, and inspiration. So as always, brother, man, keep the good work up.
Absolutely. Yes, yes.
Hey, look, man, you know, Monday nights is when we interact with the real estate community at large. We take questions from the text line. People send in call-in questions. People also get involved in the comments. And I want to urge everyone who's checking us out on Facebook, get involved in the comments, because Coach Mike and myself really loves the organic response that comes from questions from the comment section of those who are actually watching us live. So please get involved, send in those questions, because Coach Mike and myself just get so excited for the online interaction, especially the live online interaction. So, hey, man, Coach Mike, man, we have some great questions lined up. You know, the Monday Night Live audience always keeps those things hot and ready for us. So if you're ready, brother, I want to go through my first question from the text line.
Hey, I'm always ready, Prime Real Estate Rick. Man,
Let's get it going there, brother. Let's do it. Coach Mike, you may help myself and everyone in the audience. Coach Mike, what is Avenue CDC, sir?
All right. Okay. So, you know, let's start with first saying what's a CDC, right? A CDC is a community development corporation, and they're nonprofit organizations that are charged. They have a specific charge with real estate development, with getting more people in the home. So it's like a nonprofit organization with a specific mission, we'll say, like that. So it has its own, I guess, profile or its own lane of work as it relates in the nonprofit sphere. So there are multiple CDCs, right? Avenue CDC is just a particular CDC, right? There are other CDCs, like I know the Houston Black Real Estate Association has a CDC. Mm-hmm. The Tejano, I think it's called the Tejano CDC. That's another one. But more specifically, Avenue CDC, I know they have the person can go through their program and get the HUD certificate. So they offer that at a cost, going through their program, get that. And, you know, with that HUD certificate allows home buyers to access the many down payment assistance programs that go through, you know, the city, the county, the state, you know, and even federal down payment assistance programs. So you can go through them to get that certificate and that counseling. You can also go through them. They'll partner you with realtors. There are realtors that are, I guess, vetted through Avenue CDC that they'll partner prospective home buyers through as they're going through that education journey. They have their own mortgage professionals that partner with them as well. So they kind of vet all these different professionals to ensure, as they're educating people, first-time home buyers through the home buying process, that they're handing them off to professionals that have gone through their system, Avenue CDC system. They also build homes. So they have builders and they build homes that they can actually put these people inside of the home. So they pretty much have it, every aspect of it, to really nurture and support the new home buyer. And now the thing about it, though, it takes time. Like their process is kind of drawn out. It's kind of spread out. Mm-hmm. And I guess they want to make sure that no one falls in the gap. So they want to take their time, especially since they do control all the different aspects of it from start to finish. So a person going through Avenue CDC may be looking at, 12 to 18 months before they're actually through their process and in a home. So, but it's a pretty cool organization. But there are multiple CDCs out there. It just stands for Community Development Corporation.
No, I appreciate you going through and educating us as far as these different organizations and what they do, Coach Mike, because we always talk about in the real estate industry that there are so many programs available for home buyers. It's just that so few home buyers are aware of all the different options and all the different opportunities that are actually out there on a regular basis. So Avenue CDC, all the other CDCs that you just mentioned, I urge everyone, if you are interested, if you are looking to buy, if you think these type of programs would benefit you and your family, reach out to Coach Mike, reach out to myself, reach out to a real estate professional so that you can be put in a position to take advantage of all of these opportunities and all of these programs that are available for first-time buyers and the like.
Well, let me jump in there, Rick, because the reality is make sure you reach out to the right real estate professional.
Absolutely.
You know, most real estate professionals haven't really taken the time to educate themselves and become skilled as it relates to all these many resources now that are in place to help put people in homes. There's a multitude of people and organizations where it's important to them that people purchase homes, first-time home buyers. People go from renting to owning. So there's a number of opportunities now that are in the market that are your non-traditional, that are outside of the boundaries of the non-traditional method of what everybody thinks as it relates to being able to buy a house, right? Going to a bank, putting 20% down, having 700 credit score, 2 years of work history and tax return. Like there's so many opportunities now, resources and tools in place that can help more people that are in unorthodox circumstances be able to purchase a home and get educated on the process. So, you know, a lot of first-time home buyers, especially, the process, you know, it's overwhelming. It scares them sometimes, and then they get connected with the wrong professional that doesn't help them navigate those fears and things. So the key is making sure you reach out to the right real estate professional that can help you truly navigate these waters that can get real choppy sometimes when it comes to buying the home buying process. So,
and from what you're mentioning, Coach Mike, I also want to implore all the real estate professionals, continue to educate yourself. Continuing education is the key, because I agree with Coach Mike. As a real estate professional, guidelines, opportunities, programs change every day. There's new things coming and there's old things going away. So I feel like we owe it to the public to always continue to sharpen our blade, add more tools to our tool belt, and be the best that we can so that we can service the public to the best of our ability, Coach.
Hey, man, you couldn't have said it any better, Rick. I mean, you literally took the words out of my mouth. You know, I was going to implore real estate professionals that, you know, you need to step your game up and just stop coming to the marketplace. Yeah, stop coming to your marketplace with a weak knowledge base, right? Go ahead and get your skill set up so you can be more of an asset. Because to be honest with you, Rick, the more valuable your knowledge base is as a realtor, the less competitive it is for you, right? You know, there's over 47,000 real estate professionals in our Metroplex. And to be honest with you, most of them don't really have the knowledge base that could compete with somebody like you, like myself, that really takes time understanding what's out here in this market that can really help buyers and that can really help sellers. So to the real estate professional, just, you know, be the one that knows more as it relates to something of value that can help someone achieve that real estate need that they have, whether that be buying a house, whether that's selling, whether that's a rental, whether that's an apartment, but just something more than they can get at Google, right? Or something more that they can get from Zillow, you know, offer them something more as a professional.
Exactly, Coach Mike. I mean, your education, the way that you have elaborated and illustrated those points, I hope everyone in our audience can glean something from those tips. If you are looking to buy, research your real estate professional, make sure that they are educated as far as these processes. And if you are a real estate professional, educate yourself so that the next client you have, you can serve them to the greatest of your ability. Hey, Coach, man, we got a call-in question tooled up for you, brother. And I am just so interested to hear the type of advice that you can provide us. So if you're ready to hear the call-in question from the call-in line, Coach, I got it ready for you, brother.
Hey, man, you got me excited, man. Anticipation's killing me. Let's go.
All right, let's check it out from the call-in line.
This is Princess from the southwest side of Maryland area. I have a question regarding rentals. How do you combat the increase in mandatory application fees with management companies when it comes down to renters that are looking to avoid paying those fees with using the system that Brooks and Davis has in place?
Oh, man, that is a powerful question, Rick.
Come on, brother. That's why I was so excited to hear the advice you're going to give, Coach, because right now The residential rental market is as strong and as active as ever, Coach. And there's so many people applying for rental homes that the competition can just be just as fierce as it is for those that are purchasing. So what advice would you give real estate professionals to help combat those application fees and having their clients pay them over and over for different homes that they're looking at?
You know, Rick, before it even became the kind of market that it is right now, I mean, many, many years ago, I felt like the way that we were taught or trained on how to work with people that were looking for rental homes, it really didn't make sense, right? For a person that's looking for a lease home and, to take them out and have them look at properties, really handle them like we typically handle buyers, then that person finds a property that they're interested in. Then that person goes and pays an application fee, right? Fills out an application, submits their information. And now it's about, will they get approved or not? Like from the landlord or the management company. And what we were seeing sometimes is that it was like, you go through that process, you get denied. All right, now we got to repeat that same process, right? We go out, we look at a property, we find one that we like, we submit the application, we pay the application fee. All right, you get denied. All right, so now we go back out, look at some properties, right? And to me at that time, that made no sense at all. It's just like it puts you in this hamster wheel. So at that time, we sat down and we came up with a process that I felt like made more sense. And the way that our process at Brooks and Davis is, it was designed to, number one, not waste as much of the client's time, let alone the realtor's time, but the client's time, continuing to go through that cycle. It saved the client money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking of all these application fees that range from, and now they're like $40 up to $70, like depending on what house that you're applying for. So they can get extremely pricey. And then you're paying these application fees without, it's a 50-50 chance that you're going to be accepted or denied. Like it was a roll of the dice. Like none of that made sense. Mm-hmm. So what we thought was, all right, just because a person falls in love with a property doesn't mean the landlord is going to fall in love with them. So, True. So we got to figure out a way to where we're only having people see properties that the landlords already fell in love with them as an applicant, that the landlords already said they would accept them. And then we can go ahead and weed out them ones that the landlord said, well, no, we wouldn't accept your person anyway. Mm-hmm. So what we started doing was, we started capturing our clients' information, all the things that will be required in the application process, because they all look at the same stuff, Rick. They all look at, check stubs. They want to verify that the person can afford the property. They look at the credit report. They look at a criminal report. They look at an eviction report. Like they're all looking at the same stuff. Mm-hmm. So we were like, all right, instead of them paying all this money for a person to pull the same stuff, we just going to pull it up front.
Yes, sir.
We're just going to pull it up front. We're just going to put it into a nice, we call it a tenant application packet. So it's really nice. It has a cover sheet. It has a table of contents. Right? It has the credit report in there. It has the check stubs in there. We encourage our clients to write a letter to the landlord so it personalizes them. So the landlord's not just seeing them as black and white as paperwork. They're seeing them as a human being, right? A human being with kids and a story. And, so we encourage the client to do that. We, they want to do a rental verification. So we encourage the client, your current landlord, have them write a letter on your behalf. Just let them know how great of a tenant that you are. So we compile all that in a packet along with the credit. We'll pull the credit report. We'll pull a criminal report. Mm-hmm. So we just have the applicant pay us a single fee. So now we got this packet, and now, excuse me, and now we can send this packet to all of the properties that the client is interested in, right? We have them fill out this tenant needs analysis that tells us, where they want to live, how many bedrooms, how many baths, how much they want to spend, right? So we'll pull up this exhaustive list. And then now we can just shoot that packet to the agents, to the property managers, to the landlords that fall within that list. So now they can look at our packet and they can tell us, hey, we would accept your tenant. Or they can tell us, we're not going to accept your tenant, right? So now all we got to do is take all of the ones that said they would accept the tenant, and then now those are the ones that we go take the client to look at. Perfect. Right? So now once the client sees the house, now we already know they would get accepted. It's just a matter of now putting the lease together and that. So it saves time, it saves money, it saves stress. Yes. Right? It saves all of these things. You know, it sounds simple, Rick. The reality is that there are some landlords out there and some property managers out there that are like, no, you got to go through their process, right? And I get it because it probably streamlines them if they have multiple properties. They're going through multiple application processes, so they want to be, stringent on the client going through their process. But the way that we handle that, Rick, is we be honest with them. We're like, look, the reason we're doing it this way is we want to save our client money, right? You get it. All these application fees that our clients out here paying. Like, so I'll go back to my client. If it just has to be done through your process, that's fine. But at least look at what we submitted to you and let us know if all things remain the same, you would accept our client, right? Yes. We don't want our client to pay this money and go in blind. Like we don't want to do that, especially when we've pulled everything that you're going to pull anyway. You can at least have your landlord determine if all things remain the same, you would take them. Then we can go back to the client. So even in those instances where the client does have to pay an application fee again, they're not paying it blind, right? Absolutely. They understand their chances of getting accepted versus just going in completely in the dark. So, that's how we dealt with that situation, it's unorthodox with what the majority of the industry does. But we're training realtors on this new way of doing it, and it's more effective and it's helping people get into rental homes a lot more efficiently. I mean, I agree. This is something that I've added as far as the way that I handle clients in that particular situation for more than 8 years now. And what I found is that it alleviates a lot of the anxiety, a lot of the guesswork, and most importantly, saves everyone substantial amounts of money as far as application fees and avoiding those. So if you are an agent and you've not been trained on how to handle residential leases or residential lease applicants, and this may seem kind of unique and different, reach out to Coach Mike, schedule a consultation, because he can go over the entire Brooks and Davis way so that you will see that it not only helps the client, but it also better serves the professional as well. Absolutely. Rick, with this new system, this new way, I've talked to agents off the ledge. Like I would have agents that be like, I'm not helping anybody that's a renter. I'm not helping rentals. I'm just going to help buyers, right? I was able to talk them off the ledge of like, no, I mean, the people need help. Like they have a real estate need. Like you can still service them. You just have to adjust how you do it for it to make sense. And once we explain and they begin implementing that new process, they not only kept working with rentals, they started helping a lot more people. Absolutely. And like you said, Coach Mike, it's that energy. You want real estate professionals to be enthusiastic and excited to work with all aspects of the real estate spectrum, renters, residential leases, and all. And trust us when me and Coach Mike tell you this, is that if you implement these processes, you will see that your clients will thank you for helping them to dodge some of the potholes that not only they may have gone through in the past, or things that they may have heard from friends or family that were in the same position in the past. So trust us when we tell you this is definitely something to think about, and most importantly, something to implement today if you are of the means. Coach Mike, man, this episode is crazy because when the conversation is as free-flowing and the questions are as provocative and needed and necessary as they are this week, it almost seems like we just can't get enough of this. But I have
interesting question from the text line that I wanted to share with you, Coach. It's a question that is old and people have been asking since the beginning of time. And I'm just curious to see how you feel about it right now in the year 2022. So let's check out this question from the text line, Coach. Coach Mike, should I put my picture on my business card? Question mark, sir.
So say it's an oldie but goodie, huh?
Oldie but goodie, bro.
Hey man, look, in my response, Rick, man, I may offend some people, man. So you know what I'm saying?
Try not to, Coach. Try not to.
Hey, look, man, I can only be me, man. I can only be me. So I'm gonna have to shoot straight from the hip on this.
Right. Go ahead, sir.
So, you know, there are many times I'll be processing things and I'll be trying to figure out why we do certain things, habits, things like that. So, you know, I had the thought, Rick, of, you know, why do real estate professionals put their picture on everything? Like, why they feel the need that they face got to be on everything? Now, you know, I'm going to preface this by saying I was the same way. When I first got in this market, first got in this industry, put my face on everything, right? Put my picture. Boom, want to see on the, you know, put my picture. But I'd actually went to an event and I'd heard the presenter and the presenter had quoted another speaker and it was real estate related. And what he said was the reason that real estate professionals put their picture on everything is because they don't have anything of value to compete in the marketplace with. So what they're hoping is that somebody will find them attractive enough to where they would do business with them over another realtor. Now, I'm going to say that again, Rick. This person said the reason that real estate professionals put their pitch on everything is because there is nothing else of value that they bring to the marketplace that has them competitive over another realtor. So they're hoping that somebody finds them just attractive enough to where they'll do business with them over another realtor. So now, I'm not going to tell you if I agree with it or disagree with it, Rick. I'm just telling you what the man said. If you want to put your picture on your business card, this is what I tell agents when we're in orientation, because at Brooks and Davis, we offer both options. You can put your picture on there. You can put your, or you cannot put your picture on there. Personally, right. I don't put my picture on my business card no more. But it's, you know, it's up to you. But what I want you to, whether you put your picture on your card or not, make sure that you come up with something that differentiates you as a real estate professional from everybody else. You gotta come up with your unique selling proposition as a real estate professional that, in addition to the picture, you can use as your competitive edge against everybody else. If all you're doing is relying on the picture on your card, then at the end of the day, Rick, whether you have the picture on the card or not, it's not really going to have any kind of impact to the growth of your business, whether your business grows or whether it doesn't. So I really wouldn't even get caught up on if you should or should not put your picture on your business card, on any of your marketing. What you should really be focused on is when a person sees my card, business card, or when a person sees my marketing, what's that message? What's that call to action that's going to have them engage me, engage wanting to do business with me? Like, that's really where that energy needs to be spent and not the picture. I think a lot of us, the reason this is even a thing, Rick, is because we're just doing follow the leader, right? We see that's exactly why I put my picture. Yeah, I saw other realtors like that's what they do. So I just do it. Nobody asked any questions about it. You just follow the leader. But you know, sometimes you got to challenge some things. If you want to get the same results that everybody else is getting in this business, then yeah, do everything that they're doing. But let me be candid with you. Like, most of the realtors in this business, in this Metroplex period, they're not successful. Like they're not having consistent business. So when you realize that, you got to ask yourself, am I going to keep doing it that way, or am I going to try to find a more unique way that goes against the current? Like, you got to go against the current in this thing, Rick.
Yes.
You got to go against the current in this thing. It's funny, Rick, that when I'm coaching agents, the first thing that they do is, man, they go to social media and they copy other realtors. And I ask them, I say, do you know if that realtor's even making money? Like, do you know if that realtor's even doing transactions, or like all you know is what they're posting, what they're feeding you. And now you're looking at them and saying, hey, I'm going to duplicate what they're doing, but you don't even know if they're successful. Like that never made sense to me.
These type of conversations we have offline, online, during the week, during Brooks and Davis education, during Brooks and Davis happy hours. So, Coach, just for the members of our audience who don't follow Brooks and Davis on Instagram, who don't follow us on Facebook, share with them the type of education, information, and programming and content that they'll enjoy on Brooks and Davis TV every week.
You know what? I mean, definitely on Mondays. I don't know of any other brokers that really open themselves up the way that we do on a weekly basis for just the real estate community. So Monday Night Live is a phenomenal opportunity for especially new agents to engage with people like myself and you that have, multiple years of experience in this business. Like even you, Rick, with your experience and expertise as it relates to new home builds, different markets, that range from Vegas to Atlanta to Houston, and then this digital media space that we play in as it relates to really expanding our brands and just getting our message and our voice out to more audiences. It's a wealth of knowledge that people are able to access every Monday around the 7 o'clock hours. And that's just one piece of the lineup, right? And then when you look at the Realtor Life podcast, like this Tuesday, we're bringing in a young lady, Miss Joy Martin, who's licensed in 2 states. She's licensed in Louisiana. She's also licensed in Texas. She has experience when it comes to investing in real estate and the auctions as well. She calls herself a communitarian. So I'm curious to see what that even means.
Yes.
Right, a communitarian. So she's going to speak to us. So that's on Tuesday, but we bring a guest every week, and you're going to hear their story, learn about their passions in addition to real estate. So we do those on Tuesdays at 12:30. And then we have our Mastermind Through Tough Times. Again, a opportunity. And all of our B&D TV shows, you're able to engage through the comments. All right. So even with, Joy Martin and myself, as I'm interviewing her and you're learning about her and what she does, the community is able to engage. And then our Mastermind Through Tough Times, we do that at 2:30 on Tuesdays. And that's one of those shows where we actually bring the audience live. Like, in addition to them doing comments, they can come on the show. We'll pull them on camera. And it's a lighthearted show. Like, it's real estate professionals talking about randomness, but it's an opportunity. Yes, we do talk a little bit of real estate, but we look at trending topics, trending things in the world. And, because we're more than just realtors. Like, we're people. Like, we're people with many layers and many things to discuss. We're well-rounded. Real estate professionals are well-rounded. So we want to showcase that to people. So people will stop putting us in that box. But our random topic for tomorrow is laws require bulletproof cars to address the increase in Texas road rage. Yeah, so it's a lot to unpack. But with myself and my co-host Margaret Harrison, people are able to engage with her. Super producer Jay Joseph with Milk and Honey Productions, be able to engage with her as well. So that's going to be tomorrow at 2:30. And then on Wednesday and Thursday. So this week's another one of those opportunities where we have 2 trainings in the week. So we're going on Wednesday. We're going to be bringing in Keith Lemons with Cornerstone Lending, and he's going to talk about how he can help your clients save more money. Help your clients save more money than any other realtor. Like we talked about real estate professionals stepping their game up, right? So you create these relationships with that people that have these resources. You know, he's going to talk about how he can get your client to receive up to $35,000 in assistance. And it's a fast and easy process for your client to qualify. And they have a way to where you can get the client can get a 25% reduction in sales price on brand new homes when they successfully go through his program. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff real estate like that. You can't get that on Google.
Right.
Now, you can't get access to that kind of information and those kind of resources on Google. So Keith Lemon's going to be talking with us, Cornerstone Lending. He's going to be doing that on Wednesday at 12 o'clock. And then on Thursday, we're bringing in a group of young ladies that they're going to be talking about their owner financing program, right? Remember, we talked about these non-traditional opportunities. And even through their program, if a real estate professional refers a client that can't get into a home through traditional measures, this client, the company will offer up to $1,000 referral fee. This is in addition to if they buy something off the MLS and you get the 3%. But going through their program, allowing that client to access their financing, the realtor will be able to get a referral fee up to $1,000 for every person that you see. And again, that a buyer approval process is simple, it's seamless. So, and there's a passive income component that you can get. So we're bringing them in on Thursday at 12. Rick, they're going to talk about, and both our trainings, you know, they're in person or we utilize Zoom. So they're simulcast. If you come in person, we feed you, right? So come get you some grub and get the information. But if you're not able to make it, yeah, you can also jump on Zoom and you can learn about the information as well. So action packed. You know, we're serious about this development piece. You know, we record all of the trainings, Rick. People can go to our YouTube channel and they can see our trainings. They can recap them. Like there are times like Rick, I missed the foreclosure training on Wednesday. We're going to be going live. That's going to be going up on our YouTube channel this week. And guess what? I'm going to look at it, right? So, because I didn't see it.
Right. Well,
you know, those are the things that our brokerage firm has in place, not just for our agents, but just for everybody, just for the market, right? We want to see ourselves as an asset to this industry that has been good to us. The real estate industry has been good to Brooks and Davis. So we want to give back, and this is our way of giving back, not just educating and developing our agents, but, you know, offering something to the community at large. Now, yeah, if you join up and become a Brooks and Davis agent, you'll get developed and nurtured and supported way more than everybody else. But we have so much to give, right? It's kind of like Bluebell, right? We eat all we can and we sell the rest. That's how it is with us. Like we nurture and develop and support all we can in our ecosystem. It's so much that it overflows into the marketplace at hand. So that's just the kind of company that we are.
No, and that just opens a natural segue to me to speak about the Prime Real Estate Network. Myself and the other co-founder of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, Mr. LarryWBrooks, we do the same thing on Thursdays in the noon hour. We open up our book of real estate connections and introduce to the audience the best and brightest and most reputable real estate professionals from all aspects of the real estate industry: lenders, inspectors, appraisers, other real estate professionals. So I invite everyone, go to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Keep abreast of what's going on at the Prime Real Estate Network channel and also with Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. And I thank everyone who's already a supporter. Coach Mike, man, you know, man, today's episode has been outstanding. And I just really appreciate everything that you do as far as not only coming here, making yourself accessible, but also being open to the back and forth conversations, the spontaneous questions that come in, and it's just a great thing, Coach Mike. So, is there any final words that you would like to share with the audience this week? Is there anything that you would like to remind them of, or any calls to action?
No, I definitely encourage them to visit the website. All of those events that I talked about, the way that you RSVP for those events is going to the events page on brooksanddavis.com. But our career page is on brooksanddavis.com as well, to where you can learn more about, I talked a lot about support. Well, that page really articulates what that support is, right? So for us, support is just not a buzzword. Like, we really lay it out on what we mean by we're going to support you, and we're going to support you better than any other brokerage firm.
Absolutely.
So visit the career page, and then to our buyers and to our sellers, right? We have a buyer's page, we have a seller's page. As it relates to our buyers, like, we're going to hold your hand and guide you through this process. Like, our professionals are going to hold your hand and guide you. Like, we take out all the guesswork. So when you go to the buyer's page, you'll see that. You'll see our initial buyer consultation that really speaks to how we're going to help. You even have the searching capability to look for properties that you may be interested in. Because what we'll do is that before you even hire us, we'll take you to look at any property in the Metroplex. Our buyer's agents, they'll do that. Like, they'll open up, there's certain properties you can't get in because you need a real estate license. Well, if you see one that you're interested in, like, our people will meet you over at the property and let you into the property, and talk a little bit more with you about the process. That's something that we do. We talk about that on the buyer's page, and then the seller's page, there's many resources on there as well. Like, we have our little flip book that shows, all that we do when it comes to marketing. We say we're going to put your home in front of more active home buyers than any other real estate company, right? So we lay it out. Even to the point, Rick, people can literally, without even meeting with us, and that's where the agent, buyer, or seller, you could actually hire us straight through the website, fill out the paperwork, and become a client or an agent with us. As simple as that. So we can get this thing going where we can start really serving and helping you. So I really encourage people to go to the website, learn more about us, engage us, join our ecosystem, so we can serve them on a higher level.
And I agree totally, Coach Mike, man. I urge everyone in the audience, get involved, follow, share, like, subscribe, tap into Brooks and Davis TV, tap into the Prime Real Estate Network channel. Take all of this information, all this education, add it to your professional being, and allow it to manifest success for you personally and professionally. On behalf of myself, Rick Davis, and CEO Coach Mike, Mr. Michael G. Davis, we invite everyone to tune into the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show next Monday. And in the meantime, in between time, everyone out there, please be safe and be blessed.